This is the Run Recap.
So you felt like we need to do a disclaimer.
Oh, I don't think we really do.
That we don't know what we're talking about. And I give you a pushback saying that I think we do know what we're talking about at all times. about all
Maybe we know more what we're talking about than we think we do. Maybe that's what it is. Could be. Who knows?
Yeah. So what notes does Nikki have for us this week?
Nikki did not give any notes. I assume that she didn't listen to our last episode. That's my guess, because I think she'd have a lot of notes from that one had she listened to it. I feel like there could be a lot of notes from that one.
Yeah.
We went a lot of places. So
You went a lot of places.
to go a lot of places. Just ridiculous. Anyway, but lots of running news, right?
Okay.
Like there's stuff going on.
Yeah, there's some things.
Yeah.
And first, because we just did it, you did accomplish the over 40 shoe test.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I sure did. And it was not.
Stood on one foot and you put a sock on and a shoe on and tied your shoe
You know,
without setting the other foot down. I didn't know if it was going to be hard.
I was pretty confident it was okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I usually put my shoes on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I kind of enjoy reaching down and picking something up on one leg. Like, it's just a thing I do all the time. And, yeah. No, next thing, we have to bring our snowboard boots out when winter comes. That's the real challenge.
mentioned that,
If
yeah.
you can put your snowboard boots on without putting a foot down, that's another thing then.
Yeah. I was telling you that I wasn't sure whether you could do it or not.
Yeah.
Just because your like mobility and strength and balance and all these things, you're so fine on all the things all the time. And then every now and then we come across something, you're like, well, I can't do that. Like, I can't lift my arms over my head or whatever it is.
It's always something
It's
like that, though.
We'll be in the middle of doing something. You're like, oh yeah, I can't do that. Like, really? You can't do that?
It is a constant thing that, like, I'm always shocked by. I'm really, really capable.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like, yeah, I can't reach over there. Like, I just can't reach over there at all. Like, yeah, in Pilates class, I can't sit. And like Christy has to sit and do our stretches, and I can't sit on the ground anymore. I just fall over backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can't sit at an angle. Like, that's not a thing that's going to happen. And I've been stretching for a while. It's not improving. Like, it's not. It's just how it is. We're without probably a lot of work.
Well, it sounds like you're not stretching correctly.
That's always the thing. But I've been told, like, stretch right, all that stuff, like, my entire life. I'm like, who cares anymore? That's my thought on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I just, like, this is what I got. This is what I'm working with.
Yeah, no one else take that advice.
So, none of this is advice.
I'm
This
just
is
accepting it.
this is how I'm choosing to live my life. I can only focus on so many things, and it's just not going to be one.
That's okay.
If it's been 46 years of not focusing on a thing, probably not gonna.
I mean, that's like you're saying that you're an old dog new trick thing, where like you just can't, you won't do it.
I can. I'm just not gonna. Like, that's it. It's not that I I have the capability to do all kinds of stuff, but like, my patience for anything is so much lower. But it's getting better. To recap as we do, real quick. So we had our last episode, which went into realizing that everybody knows that I'm riddled with ADHD except me.
Right.
And just completely obvious. And so then I talked to a doctor right after that, and it's true. So they also agreed. We got about halfway through, and they're like, "Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you have."
Of course.
And all that stuff. So then some amazing things happened. So they gave me some medication.
Okay.
And the amount of clarity the rest of you guys are living with is ridiculous. And actually, I'm disappointed in everyone else for not accomplishing more with having a brain that actually, like, thinks through things one at a time and stuff and puts things, like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The other thing that I found out, and I didn't know this was a thing, but Christy and I went for a run, and we've talked about several times, like, the runner's high thing, and like, do you have it, and all, like, what is that, and and like, I don't know, people are always saying that, like, things are a certain way, or they feel through certain things, and you're always like trying to take that and put it into what you experience, and trying to see what are we talking about the same thing or not, or whatever. But when Chris and I went for a run, we just ran 3 easy miles and running along, and suddenly, like, it started feeling really good.
Okay.
Like not good like, oh, my legs are just on today. I feel fast. I feel like I can go quick. Not that, no, like feeling good. Like my brain was feeling so much happiness.
Huh.
It was incredible.
Okay.
And then, so we got to a 3-mile run, and I was like, this is too much fun. I can't stop right now. Not fun. Usually if I'm having fun, it's because I'm going fast. Like it's, oh, I feel great. It's fun to then see, oh, this is a good day to push. That's going to be fun to see what I can accomplish, right? No, it was fun just going. Like just keep running was so much fun. I went and ran 6 more miles because I just didn't want to stop. And so then I thought, okay, well, maybe medication's doing your who knows what's happening to me at this point, right? So checking that. So I did some research on it, and it turns out that people with ADHD actually have those receptors are muted.
Oh.
And so you don't get the same type of pleasure from things that the average person does, which is also why you start, more risk-taking, seeking things and things like that, which then, of course, like, well, that's my whole life, right? And so the anyway, so people have been holding out on me, basically, is what I'm saying. It's like this runner's high thing is actually way better than what anyone's described. And it's like running feels really good. And no wonder people like keep doing it, like, I guess I've always kept doing it because like, well, it keeps you in shape and it's fun to race. And, and you do get a runner's high from you go out and you run and it's the hardest thing ever and it hurts really bad. And then when you stop, it hurts less. And so that's really good in comparison. That's maybe a runner's high.
Yeah. Well, I feel like most people describe a runner's high as like a state of like euphoria after.
Yeah.
Like you finish the high and it's just like this rush of endorphins, and so you get this like high, lightheaded,
right,
like euphoric feeling after, which I don't know that I've ever actually experienced.
Yeah, so you gotta try what I'm doing then, because no, that's exactly it. Like super euphoric feeling. Weird. Of like, this is one of the best feelings I've ever had. Yeah, like it just was wonderful, and you didn't want to stop. And it's like if I kept running, I could just keep making it happen. Yeah, and like just in the best mood and everything. So anyway, running's pretty cool, guys, and you guys should do it. It makes you feel great, and it's way better than what I've always thought it was.
As someone who does it constantly.
It's only been doing it for about 40 years, and
that's funny.
Yeah, it's really, really great.
Weird.
So, yeah.
What other running news has come out?
Well, the big running news, of course, is the mile.
Oh, the world record.
The world record, the mile broke by about a second. Yeah. And it was 1996 was the last time.
Really?
That was broken? Yeah. So
he was flying.
Yeah, man, I was looking through the stats on how fast he was. I mean, it's just like we were talking about the 800 last time, though. It's like, man, it's just so fast.
Yeah, you sent me the breakdown of his 200-meter splits, and it was consistently 27 seconds. Mm-hmm. Every single one was 27, which is wild to have that much. Because like you mentioned, we were talking about it off air. You're like, man, his kick was. He must have had he had a crazy hard kick. Or so I was talking to somebody.
There was something about that. Like I think I'd heard some news that it was like fast towards the end or something like that. And no.
Watching it, he didn't have a hard kick. I mean, he sped up, but it wasn't like this sprint to the end. It just looked like he sped up a little and just didn't slow down.
Right.
It was just smooth and consistent. It like crazy.
Yeah, really good. And it says a 3:42.66.
Yeah,
is what he ran. Yeah, it had been 27 years since someone had broken the record before.
That's crazy.
And and then and I saw a few articles on there that also that he was working towards this specifically. Rather than trying to be the fastest you can for all your races, and then you happen to break the world record. No, I'm going to break this world record, and he's been training specifically for that. And so he wasn't overdoing his mileage or anything like that. Just set the goal, set his mind to it, and went right after it, and got it. And anyway, that was really cool, and just cool to see the tactic there too of just like, let's go get this thing done.
Yeah, and if you're consistent with everything and not overtrain and not train for anything else,
right?
He was training just for that race, and that's it. Yeah, that's how you have to get there.
Yeah, especially when world records are so tight now. If it hasn't been broken in so long, it's like it's going to take very deliberate.
What is the what's the regulations on shoes these days? Like spikes. Cause I saw a video of some college kid, and probably one of the elite college kids. I probably top I don't know if it was the NCAA indoor championships or outdoor
Sure.
something. Like it's one of the top kids, and the video was about him wearing illegal spikes and how he got away with illegal spikes, and then they got him afterwards or whatever. And he didn't win.
Yeah.
I mean, like for the heat, I don't know what race it was, and for the heat, he even was like, I don't know, tied for 4th or something. And
When was it for NCAA rules or anything like that?
He's a white kid, so he's not gonna win. I mean, he might win college, but like once after that,
I don't know.
how are people cheating with spikes? Do you know?
I have no idea. I know when I was running, you could only have 6, and they often had a hole for a 7th. So you had to take that one out. Was a thing then, but I don't know any of the rules since then.
Can college not do carbon plating or anything like that?
Jesus, it looks like even high schoolers are doing carbon plating.
I don't think there's anything illegal about high school spikes, from what I can tell. But anyway, that sparked the conversation of this person's take on it was, well, why? Like, who cares? Because it's not going to make you faster.
Right.
Like, okay, so he has these illegal spikes, whatever that means, and let's say the illegality is carbon plates or something. It's like, well, cool, but he's not. He didn't win, so is it actually helping you that much? Which I think we've had the conversation. I don't know if we had it on here or not. Of is that actually a benefit or not, or rather, how much of a benefit is? Are you still going to? Is it going to make you that much faster?
So I just looked that up real quick, and it looks like for track and cross country, some of the main thing is that it just has to be a readily available shoe to everybody. So you can't have prototypes. So kind of like the NASCAR rules kind of thing. Or what they used to be anyway, is it had to be a car everyone could buy.
Right.
So that might just be it. I don't see anything else here, as far as plating goes or anything like that. Just everyone has to have the same advantage. Like if you're going to wear that shoe, everyone should be allowed to have that shoe too. Which that seems fair to me, as far as if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. All this talk with the shoes, it makes me really wonder. I don't know. I'd love to see him like, okay, make a ridiculous shoe. And does it actually help at all? You know
what I should do? I don't think I have the money for this. So I'm going to, I don't know if we talked about on here or not, in next month, probably beginning of August. I'm going to test my 100, and I'm going to test my 400.
Okay.
One, because we're going to do because you're enjoying me. We're going to do the 400. Can you get under 60 seconds?
Yeah.
And I'm not doing the trend of like I'm going to do it until I get it under 60 seconds. I'm just curious to go all out on a 400. What can I get? Right? Can I break 60?
But then are we going to actually then spend some time trying to break 60?
I don't know.
Or we're just going to do it once and see what happens?
Just see what happens.
There's no way I'm under 60.
After that, it's like, well, what do you want? Right?
Yeah.
I have no intention beyond the once.
Man,
I want to do it once just to see where I can get, because, I did it. We were talking about it, and I'm like, I really want to do one. And my leg was hurting, my hip was hurting, and then so I'm not going to do it. So I was smart, and I didn't do it at the track. And then the other day, I did it, but it wasn't like I didn't have a watch, so I had to hold my phone, which I hate running with my phone. And I didn't go all out. But I'm like, I'm gonna push hard. 90%, right? And no spikes or anything, just flats.
Yeah.
And I got 105.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay. I think I can break 60.
That's in the vicinity.
I think I got to cut 5 seconds off of it, which is a lot in a 400.
It is a lot, but set things up right, do a proper start. You have the right shoes. You have someone else time. Like all those things would be multiple seconds off right there. So you're not far.
I might do it. But anyway, I'm going back to it. So I'm going to test my 100 because I didn't get a chance to test my 100 during the all-comers meets.
Sure.
The all-comers meet here, they don't have official timing and stuff. So it's just like, it's like fun racing, which is cool.
Yeah.
But in Seattle, the all-comers meet I was doing, they have everything's a very official timed and uploaded to the Athletic and everything. So, so I need to test it, even though my training's been awful this year. But I just want to see compared to last year, where am I at? And so I should do one just in my spike, the cheapo spikes I have right now, and then one with carbon spikes.
That'd be a way to test it.
It'd be interesting. It's like, okay, at here's back to back. Give myself a good 15-minute gap in between.
We could find some carbon spikes for you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it'd be a stupid use of money for
Oh, yeah.
your situation. Go buy $200 spikes to run for fun occasionally, you know? But, like, we could find some carbon spikes to use for sure. Yeah, that would be fun. And do it like a week apart with no... Yeah, a week apart, you wouldn't have any training.
At least same day.
Yeah.
Do a same day first and see.
Yeah.
See if I need to do it, like, you know, because it's just 100.
Mm-hmm.
You have enough time in between.
Oh, 100. I was thinking 400 in my head as I was thinking. I was like, yeah, you can't. I mean,
No, the 4, 2 weeks.
yeah, right. You gotta recover.
For where I'm at right now.
Yeah, you got.
No, I was thinking for the 100.
You gotta repair the hamstring.
Exactly. Because with 100, like, especially where I'm at, I don't know, if I run it twice in a day, give myself 10 minutes in between, it's probably about the same.
Yeah, probably. Not too, yeah, I don't think it'd be too bad.
But man, I have noticed, because my running has been terrible lately. Like, I haven't been running a lot. I went out to run club with you a while back, and you just like yap the whole time, and I'm like, like sucking down wind.
I felt bad the whole time, but you know I can't help myself.
Yeah, exactly. And it was fine. I told you in advance I was going to go slow. And you're like, yeah, cool. Okay, 6:30. Like, what pace are we on? Jeez. But I just haven't been running. Time and honestly motivation. Where we're like, I'm a convenience runner,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't like driving unless I'm with somebody else. We are going to run.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's go to Switchbacks and run, or let's go here to this trail run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fine. But you're not going to run consistently like that. That's like a one-off.
Every time I move, it takes me a while.
At best, twice a week.
Yeah.
I mean, at best, and that's not in the cards right now.
Yeah.
To do that, considering running with somebody twice a week, and so, before we moved back here, it was always running is convenience. So
Right.
we find a route that's either at home or at work, or
Mhm.
whatever. And I hate running around my house.
Yeah.
I have done it quite a few times, and I just do not like it. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
And so, I've only been doing track workouts, and then just for a time, they've been terrible and short, and like
Right.
just doing a couple hundreds here and there, and that's it. And so that's one annoying. So I haven't been doing much at all. And my track workouts have been subpar, and so my training is not good. And like last summer, I was actually in the gym a lot, specifically training for this, like doing all of my strength, especially my lower body strength workouts I was doing specifically for speed work. And that doesn't mean like it was all like calisthenic or plyometric speed work. I was doing some of that, but it was just like the range of motion I was pushing in was a very specific range of motion. It wasn't designed for optimal like squat technique. It was like, no, this is just to help my legs through this motion specifically. And this year, like, I mean, I have a little gym set up in my house, and I've barely been using it.
Yeah.
You know, just the time is not there. So I'm really curious to see what time I can get
Right.
on 100, having not trained at all.
Yeah, it'll still be pretty quick. You'll be faster than me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We established
No matter
that
what, that's
ultimately.
I maintained longer than I thought. I was in, towards the second half, you were no longer pulling away from me. You had me destroyed in the first 3 steps. Like, it wasn't even close.
Oh, really?
Like, well, my start. I mean,
I was trying to go slow.
it takes me a mile to get going, so
I know that
But
feeling.
so my first couple steps are not quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were boom ahead of me, and then like, he's not pulling away very quickly
Yeah.
anymore. This is
Yeah.
pretty cool. I felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I felt fast for that little bit.
I wonder, I wonder what it felt like if I would have been able to go like all out.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the routes though. Every time I move, it takes me a while to then find routes and then find the joy in that route. Like, it takes months every single time, and then I have to just force myself to do these ones over and over and over again. Yeah. And then there becomes intricacies of those routes that then I start to enjoy. And then you have like, I wonder if I could run faster on this one than usual, or I'm going to get this in, but I'm just going to push this section of it because I wonder doing this, and so I know the details of a route. Like they're always, I don't like them at all. Yeah. and that's all. Man, when I first moved, because we live in the same neighborhood, when I first moved here, it was brutal right off the bat. And like everywhere I go, I'm either on a busy street or I'm running a monster hill.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to run a monster hill every single time. And then I started just kind of, I don't know, you just change it. I just decided that like I want my 6 mile to be my normal instead of it used to be my 3 mile route was like the thing I did most commonly. Was like I do a 3, and then sometimes I do something else, but I do a 3. And then moved here, like I want my 6 mile to be like my go-to.
Yeah.
I always run 6 miles unless I decide to do something different.
Yeah.
And then
The 6 mile loop has a monstrous hill.
and that was the other part too, was like, well, that kind of got, once I got used to it, I got excited about that of like, oh, if my normal is a 6 mile with a 400-foot vertical in the middle of it,
So dumb.
then everything else feels easy, and that's kind of cool, you know. But it took me months to like do that, and then my shorter routes, of course, were just harder. Like my 4 mile loop has a way harder hill in it,
Yeah.
and then every time I run even shorter, like unless I'm stayed down in our neighborhood. But like some of the hills in our neighborhood are so steep,
Yeah.
like they're so hard to run.
Yeah, and running down those hills is not, man, consistently is not. That's not great for your joints.
No, and running up them is not good for your head.
Yeah,
It's just so hard. But I've been doing some different routes. I started running every morning, so
Right.
just doing that. So I was doing Payson, and then Payson's in Utah right now, so I'm just doing it on my own now.
Good.
And I've been doing anywhere from 3 to 6 miles every morning, which has been great also because it's like 100 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
So at 6:30, it's nice.
And
I get endorphins. So running in the morning is not as bad as I have ran in the morning so much, and people always tell me, "Oh, you just get used to it." No, you don't understand. I have put in thousands of miles at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I have done this. It's the worst,
Yeah.
and it never gets better. You just go, this is going to be terrible, but it makes you tougher, and then you might enjoy your afternoon one a little bit. But the morning one is not for that. The morning one is just to go out and just be as tough as you possibly can, and it's just the worst. And no, they're kind of nice. It's kind of a great way to wake up now. So it's like so life changing.
That's funny because I hate the start of a morning run.
Yeah.
I like a morning run, an early morning run. I really enjoy. I just hate starting it. Once I get halfway, I love it. Like
Yeah.
it's great 'cause then like you get, especially even when it's kind of cold out, like because you get warm by the end of it usually, and then you're done. You don't have to do it again.
How is the rest of your day go after morning run?
Great.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Why?
Oh,
like,
just-
what would you expect?
Well, that's what people always say, and that has not been my experience. When I avoid morning runs because I run in the morning, and then I'm tired. I kind of don't feel like doing much the rest of the day, and like except
you
that then
like have a crash out.
yeah, it's actually like I go get this done, and then like, well, now how do I survive the day? You know, and so like it hasn't in the past. It's not been good for me, and yeah, I get now it's totally different because my brain's working right, but. Yeah, but it is like that's Christy was encouraging me for a long time. She's like, no, days work better if you run in the morning. I'm like, no, I've put in the time. It's not.
So we talked about your ADHD. We
Yeah.
haven't talked about my disorder.
Uh-huh.
So my disorder is something called anorexia, and so that is a made-up condition from Lucky Number Slevin. You are, its conditions are, or let's see, its characteristics are the lack of any preoccupation and freedom of worry or lack of any preoccupation, or something like that. And I heard that in the movie, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Like,
Yeah.
You just kind of don't care that much about a lot of things.
Right.
And that is, I bring that up because that's how I feel about the morning run.
Yeah.
It feels good in the middle of it, and at the end, I hate starting it, and then it has no bearing on my day except the fact that it's done.
Mhm.
It doesn't affect my day at all.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it makes my day. Like Chrissy is talking about, it makes her day like better, and so it's more productive, whatever. And I don't feel that way at all.
Right.
It's done, so I don't think about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it worse or better.
Is it
Changes
nice?
about my day.
Is it nice to have it checked off the list?
I
Like, is that a
hate
nice thing for you?
working out
Mm-hmm.
and running falls into that.
Yeah.
And so if I don't have to do it later, then it's nice
Okay.
to think about it. Like I don't like going to the gym.
Yeah.
I have a love-hate relationship with exercise. Like I have learned to like it, and there's aspects I do like it, but at the end of the day, I'd always rather not.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know my body needs it. I know you get in this mental state.
Sure.
Sometimes you're like,
Right.
I need to move my body. I gotta do this stuff.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I necessarily like doing it.
Yeah.
It just means that I got to get it done. I know I'm going to feel so much better afterwards.
Right.
Or like I just need to move, because like I'd honestly rather than, well, and this has shifted a little bit as I've gotten older. because I would say a lot of it is I need to move my body, and I'd rather just go skateboard, but I also need to be healthy, so I kind of need to use my time to do that because I want to, it's about longevity and being healthy and all those kind of
Right.
things. And skateboarding, while it's fun, it's not setting me up for the future versus working out and running is setting me up for the future. So it's like,
Totally.
If you got to choose one at this phase of life, I got to choose.
And skateboarding, it's keeping you active, but really you need to do other exercise at this age. You need to do other exercises to support your skateboarding.
Well, and I can't just go out and skate and have it be fulfilling if I don't warm up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it takes me, even like 5 years ago, I found that I need to skate for at least 30 minutes, and then I start enjoying myself.
Mm-hmm.
But the first 30 minutes, and I'm like, this just, it's hard and it hurts, and someone turned gravity up, and like, I just can't do it. We talked about this before.
Actually, the most fun that we have had together at skate parks is always, though, once you've been skating for a while, and now you're actually kind of bored, and then we just start coming up with silly games.
Yeah, and you start thinking of other stuff.
Hey, you just start getting creative, like, hey, can we do this thing over there and do this? And, like, it just gets fun.
That the other day, man, the biggest joy of skateboarding was, there's so many different joys throughout the years, but one of the most significant ones for me is, like, at Hilliard, and you're just doing big carves around the corner or big kick turns, starting from the flat. You're not even dropping in. Not because we couldn't drop in. Like, this is even after the fact that, like, we know how to drop in. Yeah. But, like, we're teaching someone else to skate or something else is happening. We're just in the bowl, and you're just pushing and doing big kick turns. Like, let's do a big front side kick or whatever. Like, doing dumb stuff that just feels so fun. Yeah. Simple little things. You're not trying to...
It's not even a trick. This is just basic skateboarding. Yeah.
Or let's go session this little portion of the snake. It's just tiny little bowl and carving it up. Yep. Like, you're not trying to do anything.
Just tight turns here and there. Yeah, and it might throw you somewhere weird, and you got to, like, adjust for that. And, like, that's just fun to just, like... But, but no tricks are even happening.
No, not really. And anymore, like, I don't know. Even with that kind of stuff, I still have to warm up for it. So if I'm going to spend my time being active, if my body needs to be active, then I need to run or work out. But what I was going was, as I got older, I found that I really need to do something hard more than I used to. Like I texted you the other day, I'm like, do you want to do 10 400s? Yeah. I didn't end up doing it because I needed a partner to do that with. Right. But I shouldn't have done that. It was smart it was the good thing you didn't. Because I shouldn't do that. I'm not really in shape for it. Sure. And I was just coming off like I had this my back got thrown out last week. My piriformis got a big like knot in it. It's part of your glute, and so it was like pulling on my hips. It like started like a little knot. I was just sitting. I was sitting playing guitar, and I stood up. I'm like, oh weird. That kind of like got a little thing on my hip, and then as the day went on, like just everything in my hip started like hurting.
That's the worst.
So I worked it out, and then I'm like, okay. I feel good. I'm like, I just need to move hard. I'm like, let's go do, watch the mile. And I'm like, I need to do something hard. So let's go do, and I wasn't going to do them fast. Let's do 10 400s. Because I came across a post of doing the 25 400s. Yeah. Of your little toothpicks.
To keep track.
To keep track of your laps. You got like delirious almost what was happening.
I knew ahead of time. Yeah. Because I knew even like, because we were doing like, 10 800s at the time.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of those.
And I knew that, like, even at 10 800s, like, I would have a terrible time remembering what number I was on. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing 25. No. Like, I'm gonna have to have a system. Yeah. And then even with the little toothpicks, like setting them in, even then I was like, did I move them? Where am I moving them? Oh, yeah. Like, did I do it right? Yeah. Like, I had to like stop and think.
Even with the 25 400s, I was keeping laps on my watch. And even that got confusing. Like, I know I need to do, because I was lapping the rest and the run. So I'm like, I know it's double. So I'm like, wait, I'm at 37 though. Wait, where do I stop?
Yeah, which is the double?
Do I stop at 49? Do I stop at
or 51?
Where's my last one? I don't know where my last one
Did I rest first? I run first. Well, or even like I've done it where I've like made marks or something. Yeah. And then, but like, wait, did I start marking before I ran or after I ran? Was it completed or starting? And like
pile of rocks is the ones I'm doing. I used to run stairs in Discovery Park, and there's this big long set of stairs, and I would just find like some rocks or some little pine cones or something, and put them in a pile, and I start kicking them over until I get to the top. And I'd usually do 10 laps up the stairs, and then at a certain point, always I'm like, wait, which pile move. Like 'cause you're getting a little delirious about it. You're like,
Yep.
I don't know which way. What do I have? Do I have 4 left or do I have 6 left? Like I don't know.
So if you're not doing that many, what I have done in the winter, because you're wearing so many clothes, I
You've
do
done layers.
I do strip running.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one, I should take one glove off, other glove off,
Yeah,
then the hat,
exactly.
then the sweatshirt.
Yeah. But I just need to do. So it's a good thing couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have done it. And I wasn't even going to do it fast. I just wanted like run it like try to hit laps like somewhere between 130 and 145.
Yeah.
And try to hold like a minute rest.
It was the wrong day for me, but I do need one of those really bad.
I really want one.
I've just been running, and I've been running like kind of quick
Yeah.
regularly. But that's it. Like I'm not. I need.
Well, and you need speed work.
I need some speed work really
Yeah.
bad to accomplish any of the goals I'm trying to get to.
Well, we can just talk about that off air. But because no one will care about our plans for Saturday.
Right.
You want to talk about what we're going to plan for this Saturday that will have already happened
Oh, yeah.
and will affect nobody. But yes, it's interesting to feel that I haven't experienced previously. Like I've done a lot of hard work and had different level of enjoyment with the hard work and really pushed myself hard.
What does it do for you? What do you get out of it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even.
Is it something during it or after it that you feel a different way?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not necessarily. Not that I can, talk to me another time and maybe I'll have an answer for you.
Sure.
But as of right now, no.
We go do something hard and I'll talk the entire time, so we can find out then.
You
'Cause
can
I
talk the
can't-
entire time and I'll ignore you.
'cause I can't help myself.
Yeah. Do you notice when we get in that state that I'm not responding to you, or are you just going?
Yeah, no, I do notice because I
Okay.
mean that's been like because Dad would complain about it also. Like this is it's been since I was 8 years
Yeah, of
old.
course.
This is what I do. I get running. If I'm running, I'm talking. If there's someone there, that's just what happens. And if I stop, if I stop talking, we're racing.
Well, do you?
So.
It's usually fine for me because it's distracting. It helps
Sure.
distract me from the run, and so like I actually like the talk during it.
Yeah.
And until it gets to a certain point where like I'm redlining, I'm like I can't. I just feet in front of the other, and you're there, and I can't get to there.
Yeah.
Like you're one stride ahead of me, and it's about to be 3 strides ahead of me.
Sure.
Unless I like put another foot down.
Now, what's hilarious is you and Chris. I get called out on this on a regular basis
Yeah, of
of pushing people.
Yeah.
When I'm running with them, right? And so a lot of times people won't run with me and stuff like that. But very specifically because you guys can say it more directly. But you and Christy have the same problem with me. And so I've watched that over the years really closely to find out because I don't think I'm running ahead of you. And so I started to watch really closely. And you both start to feel like I'm pushing you as soon as I get next to you. It's pretty funny. I run a half step behind. And then both of you guys run as if we're running together. If I get next to you, you start speeding up. We start competing.
We've talked about this before.
I gotta back
and
off.
and I disagree with that a little bit.
You might. I have the data.
Not 100% of the time, but often. Well, I'll disagree with the most recent one. The most recent one, it was more about it was because when we got to the little park and we had to.
Oh yeah, I just pulled ahead right there. Yeah.
And it was as soon as I dropped behind you, I'm like, I'm 2 strides behind, or I'm 1 stride behind, and I'm gonna be 3 if I don't really focus right.
And I knew on that too. Like I'm in front, unless I keep looking over my shoulder all the time, I'm just gonna have to run how I feel like running.
Which
I always gotta do that. Yeah. So I was
that
like,
one wasn't a big deal. But,
probably we're gonna pull ahead anyway.
yeah. We had. I wish I could remember clear. We had this conversation when we did some 800s at Mead
Uh-huh.
like a couple of years ago, and we were talking about this thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the verdict was.
It's pretty consistent. It still might be my issue. It might be the way I present myself next to people or something. I don't know.
I'm having a hard time remembering because I haven't felt that. When we ran together in a while.
Yeah.
That I'm like trying to keep up, or that you're pushing the pace. I felt this past 2 years every time we ran together, it's felt fine.
And when
consistent.
I think when we've run together recently, we usually are running really casually on purpose.
Yeah.
Or and then if I need to get some speed, I
or
take
we're
off.
pushing because we're pushing.
Yeah, and then we've kind of decided that's what we're doing.
Right.
So, so it hasn't been as much, but I do find that kind of comical though. It's so consistent with me.
Yeah.
That when I run next to someone, they feel like I'm pushing.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to hang out with you. But I'll run behind, and then but I have learned to then run behind and then try and help manage the other person's pace because I know they might feel like I'm pushing them, and so then I'm gonna back way off and help manage someone's pace that way.
I've had moments with you where I feel like our perception of our pace was just different. Where like I thought we were really speeding up, and it's gone both.
Yeah, it's gone both ways.
Like I feel like we are really speeding up, and then we come across like exactly the same.
Right.
And then at times like we are really speeding up, and then we were really slowing down. You know, like it's just. But that's usually at the end of the workout where your pace is getting a little less consistent.
And I'm not a metronome at all anymore.
Yeah.
Like I used to just you're running like I'm on 7 flats right now. I'm on 630s. And I knew within a couple seconds I knew exactly what I was running. And I can do okay, but not near like I used to be able to. And so sometimes I still, because I used to be so good at that I still sometimes get overly confident. And like, I'm doing, but actually it happened this morning. I was running this morning and I ran up 5 Mile and then across the top of the prairie over by Grandpa's old house and around the top and everything. And anyway, so I came over the hill, crested the hill, and I was running up the hill, of course, doing like 11-minute pace or whatever, because it was early. I just started. I wasn't trying to move. The point was just get some miles in. So got up there, went up to the top, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm cruising along. I think I'm feeling pretty good and everything. Like, and I was kind of striding out, and I was trying to feel out what that stride was at, and anyway, and so I thought I was pretty sure. I'm like, this has got to be 8s, because an 8-minute mile is still like, it's a casual one with a longer stride. Yeah, but a casual cadence, longer stride, and but you are, it's not slower than that, and then your foot distance gets shorter. And so anyway, so it does have a longer stride to it. But anyway, so I was doing that, and I was like, I'm probably right around 8 flats, and then my headphones popped up saying last half mile in 7:30. I'm like, oh. Okay, cool. Well, at least I feel like I'm running 8s. That's great. If I feel like I'm relaxing at 7:30, then that's a great thing. So that was kind of a nice.
And I think that's very much bearing upon how in shape you are, because there's certain like when I go for runs now, like I don't like to look at my pace or look at anything in metrics until I'm done, until after the fact, and so. Or maybe once I complete a mile, I might glance down and see what it was at. But
sure.
When I'm in shape, I have a better barometer for where I'm at. And like so often I'll go for a run. I'm like, this is a 7:30 pace for sure. And then I come across like, 7:10. Like, oh, all right, that was faster than I thought. Or I'm like, man, I'm really moving today. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
that was real slow. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, and I'm still getting used to having the new shoes. My stride has changed even when I'm not wearing them.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to get used to that too, where like I don't run the same.
Even when you're not, what's happening when you're not wearing them?
Yeah, I have the same stride. It has changed how I run. Nice. That's good. For the better. Yeah, and it's it's pretty cool where I'm relaxing at faster speeds.
Interesting.
And without it, it's just a mechanics difference because I didn't get in better shape. Actually, I've been pretty well maintaining for quite a while. Yeah. But I am able to be a little more relaxed, a little quicker. My top speed still hasn't really changed as far as like what cardio, what I can handle. It's it's still about the same, but at just slower than top speed. Yeah. So not quite race pace. Slower than that, I can be a little more relaxed there, is what I've noticed. And so anyway, it's kind of cool. Yeah. That it was something I was trying to like work out anyway, and then the shoe kind of just gave me a little bump, and now I still need to do some other workouts to like really get it in line and everything. Yeah. So I have a potentially a controversial thing.
Great.
And so I was screwing around on Instagram, and so I saw this thing, and for some people this is actually like I think a pretty big deal.
Okay.
All right. When you're going for out and back or loops. Now I know you're impaired to have a strong opinion about this, as we just talked about, because you have your issue.
Right. Yeah, you want.
But I got a strong opinion.
Okay, here's my. I'm trying to have a strong opinion.
You got to have a strong opinion.
Here's my honest reaction right you said it. I'm like, I don't care.
Right, exactly.
But okay, or I'll say, here's what I'm trying so hard. Okay, now here we go. So, I haven't done a lot of loops.
Okay.
In recent years, in the past 20 years.
Okay.
since I moved to Seattle, I didn't really do loops.
Uh-huh.
I did track workouts or I did down and backs.
Mm-hmm.
Because from where we lived in Ballard, I would run because I didn't want to go up a hill. I'd run to Golden Gardens, which is like, I mean, Ballard is basically sea level.
Right.
And you happen to, like, over the course of 3 miles, you drop down 50 feet to sea level.
Mhm.
Right. And so I'd run down to Golden Gardens, and if I do a loop, it means I have to go up switchbacks
Uh-huh.
and gain, like, 300 feet elevation.
Sure.
200 feet elevation. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. Like, I'm trying to have fun running. I'm not that was where I kind of taught myself how to do distance, how to do 6 miles.
Uh-huh.
And so, man, the first couple of times, we'll get to the point in a second. The first couple of times I ran to Golden Gardens, which if I did all the Golden Gardens and back to my house, it is just shy of 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd never ran 6 miles before. In college, we would do a 30-minute fartlek that I think I never did right.
Yeah.
You know, I would do it like 3 times throughout the summer.
Right.
So like, and I didn't. And to be honest, I didn't need to. I'm a sprinter. Like you don't need to train miles when you're running at most 114 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get into a very meditative state to accomplish that
Mhm.
because being a sprinter, I'm so bored.
Yeah.
It takes forever. It's going to take me an hour. I think the first couple times I did it took me an hour 15
Right.
or so. I don't know what that pace would end up being, but like it was so boring. And like I had no music, no headphones, and I would like close my eyes halfway,
Mm-hmm.
just enough to make sure I was still on the road,
Mm-hmm.
and like literally get like to a deep meditation
Mm-hmm.
during the run for the first while when I was doing that run because I just couldn't do it. So anyway, that was a down and back. And then when I lived on Capitol Hill, I would run to the water again. I'd go to the beach. I'd run to the beach, was like 4 miles, and then which is down a huge hill, huge hill. And that was always a test of how good in shape I was, of how many times I had to stop coming up the hill. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably like over 1.5 miles of a hill.
Mhm.
It's just non-stop going up. I'd go to the water and I'd rest, and then turn around and come back, and then when I was at work, I'd run along the water, and that was just another down and back. So yeah, I think I like down and backs, and loops are terrible.
Yeah. I have to say from a loop person,
Yeah,
you are a down back person
yeah,
because as a loop person,
yeah. Okay.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, no, I do have 400 feet of vertical in my loop
Mhm.
because it's going to be a loop.
Yeah.
Because there's no way
It has to be a
I
loop.
am not going to run down Indian Trail and turn around and come back.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
You could do that, and it's not that much vertical.
Yeah.
And you could do a 10-mile run, straight down, turn around, come straight back.
Yeah.
Totally work. And like, no, not doing that.
Yeah. I'm trying to analyze why I gravitate towards that so much more. I think because it has a stop.
Oh, okay,
If I want to, I can stop.
sure.
And that honestly probably comes from just so much urban running,
Yeah.
where it's like you get lights, you get stuff,
You have to stop
and
anywhere.
you're just praying for the lights. You're
Right.
Oh man, some of the times coming back from my 3 mile at work, I would just like you'd be watching. You can see the stoplight forever when
Mhm.
you're watching the cycles, and you're like you're trying really hard to not change your pacing, but you're like, okay, it's red. Okay, turn green because you know it's got to go through this green cycle.
Yeah.
So you hit red because I
'Cause
also know I'm gonna push my tempos to where I need the break.
Yeah. Because you want the red.
I want the rest, and I'm pushing to the point where, like, if that doesn't turn red, I don't know that I finished.
Are out and back people that want a potential rest?
Maybe.
I wonder if it is. So what I've heard from out and back people is they love that there's a definitive. I'm now on the second half of this, and it makes that easier in their head. Where it's
Yeah.
like I did the first half, I'm on the downhill end of
some
this
days it
basically,
doesn't, though.
and so you have some.
Some days it doesn't, man. You go back, you hit your halfway point, and you're going back, and you're like, this. Why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
Oh,
So there's
Worse.
as a loop person when I do a down and back because I've had plenty of races that are
Yeah.
out and backs, and when I do an out and back race, it's like I already did this and I have to do it again. Like I just did this.
it's in some ways when I was doing my 3 mile in Seattle, it was the first half was a prep for the last half.
Uh huh.
I'm racing my last mile,
Yep.
and so the first mile and a half, 2 miles are just up preparation for that last push.
Yeah. It's like listening to a song twice in a row. Like, I can't do that.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh, I know. Christy will listen to one song for an entire race.
Oh, I can't. Yeah.
Like, just the same thing on
I
loop.
know people that do that.
Like, how on earth do you
I have
do
a
that?
client that does that. She'll just one song and just go, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's insane. Yeah, I won't. I'll say I won't do that very often.
Uh-huh.
I'll listen to one song again, but every now and then.
Doing anything twice is the
I
worst.
can record on repeat.
Yeah.
That has to be the whole record. I can loop a record for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the down and backs are. I don't know. Maybe it's because I want the break. I mean, I look for the breaks.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that might just be city running. I hate when you take that away, that option. It doesn't bother me as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't necessarily need the break.
Right.
Like we go run the switchbacks or something. It's not like I'm looking for a place to stop all the time. But if I'm in the city, I'm looking for a place to stop.
Uh-huh.
So like when if we're a run club and we go and there's a light, I'm waiting for the light.
Yeah.
I'll run faster if I have to. I'm waiting for the light. Like,
So that makes me think then, okay, so here's the way my loops work even. So, you on a track, you always turn left, right? You don't turn right. That's just,
I know which
everything feels-
man you should.
I
I think people are starting to train backwards a lot more.
it's probably good. I mean, obviously it's a
so-
good thing for your body.
You really should.
But in my head, I can't
No,
do
yeah, I
this.
understand.
Just
Yeah.
wrong. But my loops,
They're always right.
right-hand turns.
Yep, I know. Me too.
And the reason is, I don't stop. Right-hand turns, you almost never have to wait for traffic.
Oh, interesting.
And so I set mine up on rights
Yeah.
because I don't want to stop. Because if I stop, trying to get going again is so much harder. And so I try not to have the red lights because I hit a red light and like, this is gonna be hard. These first three steps are gonna be so brutal.
Well, and that's why track intervals are so hard.
Yeah.
You stop and you lose all your momentum, and then you have to go again. Right?
Acceleration takes so much energy.
That's what makes it tough. But
Mhm.
I don't feel that way when I'm running in the city. Like I don't feel like it broke my momentum.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, good break, awesome, catch my breath.
I do all the
I
time.
can run faster next time.
I even know how fast I have to run between some of the lights. Like, oh, to get this next one before it turns red, I know I've got to go fast.
Well, and okay, so here's the thing though. I have almost rarely do any of my runs mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no purpose. There's no bigger. All of your even right now. Well, right now you're in like a getting faster phase, but
Trying to be.
it's a long. But I'm saying it's a long. It's
Yeah.
a long
Yep.
getting faster phase of life,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's still an objective,
Sure.
even though you have no like races you're like training for right now.
Mm-hmm.
But your running will always pull back to competition.
Yeah.
Right. You still it's associated always with the competition and training for an outcome.
Right.
I have never ran for an outcome
Yeah.
ever.
That's true. Your distance running is never needed to.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's all for fun.
Yeah.
It's always just because I like to run and I know my body needs it and I want my heart rate to be really low. And,
Mhm.
like all
Yeah.
the health benefits. And
Yep.
I've never, and like there's times I've kind of pushed to get a time and run faster.
Yeah, like you wanted a fast Bloomsday a couple years ago. Like,
when I was chasing a sub 5-minute mile,
Mhm.
and I got close, but never quite got it. And so like there's been objectives, but it's never been like this run has to be this pace, it has to be this time.
Yeah.
And so like breaking it up with a stop or a light is going to be so impactful. Like,
Mhm,
no, I can stop. Like there's a couple times when my 3-mile loop so I go along the water and then I go up to Fremont Bridge, and then to make it a loop, you go up the bridge and then I go down some stairs and come back.
Right.
So I don't actually physically stop and turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Which I always actually all of my down and backs are always like that. Even when I go to Golden Gardens, it's you run a run side of the street and you get down there and you go around the roundabout and you run the other side of the street.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not stopping.
Yeah,
Not
you don't have
stopping.
that. Because, man, I've had some races where I've had to do that where it's like a hard turnaround.
That would be terrible.
Oh, it's
Especially in
brutal.
a race situation.
Like, yeah, you're losing multiple seconds
Yeah.
trying to just make a tight turn.
Yeah, but even on the 3-mile, we're like I'm kind of racing it. Like I'm pushing for a time.
Yeah.
I might pause my watch and take some time going down those stairs.
Uh-huh.
You know, like I might take 20 seconds to slowly go down the stairs and start my watch again, and then push it. Right.
Sure.
Like under 20. You know?
Yep.
but I think that's the big difference. I've never had to. I don't have that association with running,
Mm-hmm.
which is why it's not so tied to my self worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And it's like, and you do so much of it. And it's like, for me, there's always constant games. Yeah, and it is a self-worth thing too. It's like, I could say, am I still a good person today? You know, or that. Or am I kind of crappy today? Oh, I'm kind of crappy. I ran the hill slow. I'm kind of crappy today.
That's where my sociopathic tendencies differ from yours.
We got our own.
Yeah, I've never asked myself that question. Yeah. What about? Okay, here's another controversial one. Or do you have more?
Nope.
On that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Breathing techniques.
Well, this is something.
Here's the thing. People got a lot to say. You look at Instagram. You look at running and cardio, and people got a lot to say about breathing techniques. And I think, here's my hard take.
Mm-hmm.
They are all full of it.
Yeah, I agree completely.
And nonsense. And
Yep.
they all need to shut up. And they are doing a disservice to runners, and we'll keep it just to running.
Okay.
They are doing a disservice to runners, and especially newer runners.
I think that you might be going a little harder than I feel about it. But there is this whole thing where there's a currency of taking like hard stances on things in general,
Yeah.
and you run, and when you really know like an activity, or you really know this thing, and like we've been running for a bit, we know a little bit about running. Same thing with like my snowboarding stuff. It's like, I'm pretty detailed into all that stuff, and so you can see what stuff is just total bull crap, and and there are so many things like that where it's like you're just overstating this like crazy, and it is, and it affects the newer people, and it is irritating to me too. Where I see that it's like now these newer runners are like, oh, what about this? What about that? And like, how many of my friends are worried about their, what zone they're running in constantly, and it's like it's just not that important. I mean, if you're an elite runner, you might dial in some of those things or whatever, and maybe there's a thing of like, don't run at a peak heart rate all the time, stuff like that. But
Okay, bye bye, buddy. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Yeah. See you later, Rocco.
bye, Rocco.
Well, here's the thing. They're not wrong. Most of them. Talking about breath work specifically. They're not wrong.
Well, what kind of breath work are you talking about? Are you talking about like doing your breath work in order to
No, sorry.
or while running, how you're breathing while
breathing
running?
patterns while running is they're not wrong, and yet I think they're incredibly wrong.
What are the current fads? Because I can think of so many fads of breathing patterns that I've never gotten into. So what are the current fads that you're aware of as far as
in
that
general
goes?
It's always nose breathing comes first.
Oh yeah.
If anything else, it's nose in, mouth out.
That's what, man. That was. I remember in PE, like you'd have, our PE teachers would always say things like that, like you should breathe through your nose and out through your mouth, and like, if you're not working hard, but if you know you're working hard, you're gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't do that at a 190 heart rate, and they'd overstate it, like this is the right way to do it for exercise, and it's often your PE teacher's not in shape too, and you're like, you don't know what you're talking about.
So here's the thing, and also I'll explain my stance. They are technically yes.
What's the advantage? You probably actually know these things. What's the advantage of breathing through your nose, out through your mouth? Like, why is that?
It's more oxygen and it's more efficient.
But your body gets less, right?
No, not necessarily.
If you're breathing, okay.
Okay. Have you ever breathed through your eyes?
Well, no, I get to dry them out.
This is great.
It'd be a problem.
No, we can do this right now. Okay, ready? So
I don't like this.
this is fun. People listening can do it too. It's not anything crazy. So when you breathe, so right now start breathing through your nose.
Okay.
Purely through your nose, right? And now think about breathing through your eyes when you take an inhale.
How is it more? It automatically happens, doesn't it?
It gets easier.
Not only that, it just like even as you said it was like, oh, that's happening.
Like if you take a deep breath, if you take a deep breath through your nose, or you take a deep breath through your eyes, while keeping your mouth closed, you get so much more air and it's a lot easier.
I don't know that I can feel there's moving. I don't know if it's easier.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, walk.
Alright.
Go next time you're at the gym. Walk on the treadmill. Not fast. Just
Uh-huh.
walk it. So you're kind of heart rate's up a little bit.
Sure.
And start breathing through your eyes.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
Okay.
Really interesting. Anyway, you get more oxygen to the brain,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which your body doesn't get less oxygen, so the same amount of air is going in.
But compared to mouth breathing, like obviously I can bring more air in and a quicker,
yeah,
more
but
efficiently
it's
through
not-
my mouth.
It's not going to your brain right away, so your brain isn't getting as much oxygen.
But your body's actually getting more, right? Because that's where when you hit that like anaerobic.
Yeah, but still needs to pass through your brain first.
Because if I breathe through my nose while I'm at like 190 heart rate,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall down.
Well, so that's the argument. so this is exactly what I'm saying. Is there? I think from the way I understand it, for an elite athlete, an elite runner, you still want to be breathing through your nose on your inhales, like 90% of the time.
With your mouth closed, or you'd kind of
No,
doing
no.
both?
No, I think you breathe through your nose as long as you can, and then you go in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Okay.
Right, as long as you are capable of, and I think that's what most elite runners all do. The problem is we're not elite runners. Who cares?
Well, and also, aren't you?
Literally, who cares how you breathe?
You're
breathe
kind of
in
doing that
or breathe
anyway
out.
too. Like when you're breathing through your mouth, you're not just breathing through your mouth. You go through your nose also,
right.
unless your nose is clogged.
Yeah.
Like it's both are happening
Yeah.
at the same time. And
My stance is that it doesn't matter except for the 0.01% of runners that are in the most elite status.
yeah, when you're done every single little bit, you're gonna dial everything.
When you've done all the other work on technique and cardio
Yeah.
and foot placement and training and elevation training and all that kind of stuff, like yeah, maybe it matters how you breathe, but for everybody else, it is a waste of time.
But that's what I get about
how you breathe.
the bone to pick about all of it. No, the whole great thing about running is literally you don't need to do anything.
Yeah,
Put on a pair of shoes, any pair of shoes,
right.
and then run for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you're done, stop.
Yeah.
And then you're done, and you just ran.
Yeah.
You don't need special clothes. You don't need special shoes. You don't need special socks. You don't need anything. Yeah, you can get all that stuff,
Yeah.
and it might be helpful or not or whatever. It'd be cool, and
Yeah.
like you don't need it. You don't need 7 shoes on rotation. You might like 7 shoes on rotation. It might be fun for you,
There are certain shoes you
but
should not run in because it will give you an injury.
if you're doing tons and tons of miles
No,
and all that,
no,
but like
no,
jogging a little bit,
it will give you an injury. And
I
I'll
don't
push back
know.
on that. If you take someone who does not move and they have some chucks on, and they're like, I'm going to start running, and they go, even if it's a little bit, they went from nothing to I'm going to run around the block in chucks, they're going to give themselves plantar fasciitis.
yeah.
So, but to your point, go buy some running shoes.
Right.
I don't care what they are. Buy something with some cushion.
Or run slower
Yeah.
until you get your shoes.
Yeah.
But like, there's nothing to stop you. There's no reason to not run.
Yeah.
You can always just go run.
Yeah.
And if you're not in good enough shape where you might hurt something, well, do it less.
Yeah.
You know, do just a little bit. You know, and then do a little more, and then get better equipment as you get it. You know, same thing with like, you can also run in cotton shorts, and it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
You still do it.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't run 13 miles in cotton shorts because you're
Yeah.
gonna lose all your skin. You know,
Right.
but you can run in cotton shorts. You can run in jean shorts. I know a guy that runs in jean shorts and moccasins, and he's not a bad runner.
Oh, there's that dude, the
You know,
Cam Haynes' son that
Yeah.
ran the marathon in jeans.
pretty sure those jeans are like pretty swishy jeans though.
They're barbell apparel.
So it's like,
I have a pair. They're fine. They're
Yeah.
stretchy.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is that I think that it's good for everybody to just be like, running is just running, go do it. And if you want to get technical about it, do it. If you don't worry about it. But there's no wrong way.
Yeah.
Just do more of it. And then the cool thing is it's all going to, unless you end up with issues and stuff, if you start slow and you slowly work into it and you don't go and destroy yourself or work way beyond what shape you're in,
Yeah.
start slow, take it easy, and then it's just going to be good. And it's just slowly build,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then you can just run, and anyone can be a runner. If you're running, and you're a runner. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that
exactly.
simple, you know. So just go do that, and then it's so useful for improving all the other parts of your life.
Yeah.
And like it makes everything else work better, and
Yeah, it's true.
gives you more energy and stuff. And even if you don't get a runner's high, it's still good. Even if while you run is like, this is just the worst. I don't know
Yeah.
why you do this. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, my life's better though,
Yeah.
so I'll keep doing it. You know.
And it eventually starts feeling better.
Yeah. Yep. And better and better and better.
Man, I'm in the phase where it just hurts right now.
Isn't that horrible too? Because
I hate it so much.
you think that it's gonna hurt, and I've gone through this cycle so many times. So have you.
Yeah.
You think that like, I think on the outside, non-runners probably look at it more of like, yeah, if you don't run, like if you're really out of shape, then
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's not as much that though. It's consistency, and it's
Oh,
not.
it's all it
So
is.
you can be in great shape, and if you don't run for a little while, getting back running again hurts
Yeah,
real
it does.
bad. Even because you're in great shape right now.
Yeah.
And like that's still really brutal.
Yeah.
And then other times where like I've been in horrible shape, but I was consistent for 3 weeks and
Mhm.
trying to work on getting back. I'm still not in good
Yeah.
shape. And it starts to feel good though.
Yeah.
Like your body aligns for it all and it stops
Yeah.
hurting as bad and your lungs don't burn. Getting the lung burnout is
Well,
bad
and then
enough.
there's always the ego part of it when you're trying to get back into it. You're trying to run at paces that you aren't
Yeah.
ready for because you're out of shape for it. And so, like, when I went to Run Club, like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have tried to run. I should have, because my plan. I thought my buddy was going to come.
Yeah.
And he's new to running, so I'm like, oh, I'll just run with him and
Right.
be nice and slow, whatever. And so that was my intention. And then he didn't show up, so I'm like, oh, I'll run with you because that's normal. And then I shouldn't have. I should have just like found some other people to run with.
I should have worn different shoes. If I would have worn different shoes, I could have run slower, but like I couldn't do it. I had the wrong shoes on. Like that's
But
all right.
also, if I was consistent running for, I don't know, 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
that pace wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
I'd been fine. I've been very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just 2 weeks of like, yeah, run like, I need like 5 runs under my belt.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine.
You know what's great though? The thing that we do get about running that's better as you get older, and I don't know how much you experienced because again, when you were younger, you didn't run very much distance, so it might not have affected you as much. But I'm hearing, Lucas and some of his friends and stuff that are newer into distance running to a
Yeah.
degree. He did cross country and stuff, but
Yeah.
but on his own doing that, where he's out running on roads and things. And I remember feeling this, even like I was a great runner, but like you think, especially when you're like anywhere between probably 14 years old and 26 years old,
Yeah.
you just feel like everyone's looking at you.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're running, like the car's going by. They're definitely checking out how fast I'm going and
Yeah.
all that.
Always.
And no matter how fast I was like, well, if people are watching, I better be faster.
Yeah.
It's which now thinking back on those paces, like ridiculously fast paces to run because it's like not the workout I need or anything.
Yeah.
And it's so nice being old
Yeah.
to where like I don't care at all. I'll stop and walk. And like what? And, people might walk by like, why is that guy shirtless with short shorts walking? I'm like, oh, you can think whatever they want. People think all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know. It is really nice, like no pressure
Yeah.
from anyone watching at all. I'm just having fun,
Man, it's funny to think. Well, I mean, at that age, yeah, like high school, depending on who you are, early 20s, you just think everyone's looking at you
all the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember being? I remember being so self-conscious in like 8th grade, walking down the hall in junior high and feeling like everyone's watching me so much. I'm like, then you're like, am I walking right? Are my arms moving right? And like feeling so weird.
Now imagine 8th grade and having just grown a foot.
Oh, I know. Because then you probably were moving
And
weird.
now you're 6'1", and you're like, I'm taller than everybody now, so everyone is looking at me.
And you're trying to learn how to use your legs and arms too, because they weren't like this a week ago.
I never, I don't know how I looked, but I never felt the awkwardness.
Yeah, that's good.
When I hit my growth spurt.
Yeah.
And I might have, I'm sure we all do. I'm sure it looked awkward and whatnot, but I never felt that.
Yeah.
That I don't know how to use my limbs now, or like things aren't working how I want them to work.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I also stopped at 5'9", so.
Right. Thinking back to that time too. Well, just after that time, but like I think I was 8th grade. We were living in Puyallup, and I was starting to run again. I always ran a little bit. I ran in Europe by myself when like you weren't there, and Dad was busy, and Randy wasn't going to run. So I would run through the city and by the chocolate factory, and not a ton, but just like it was always like a thing. Like I'll just go for a run.
Yeah,
somebody needs to go for a run.
That's something to do.
And then we moved to Puyallup, and I would run there, and it was like I was running. I heard very clear. I was running because I knew we were going to move back to Spokane, and I was probably going to do track. And we were telling people like, well, I'm probably going to do track, so I better run. There's no idea of what I was going to do.
Yeah.
There was no intention of I mean, pole didn't come out of left field, but like I didn't have any thought of sprint or distance.
Mhm.
It was just, well, I'm gonna go for a 3 or 4 mile run because I got to be in shape for track.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
It was such a funny time to think about. Like, why was I working so hard to prepare for this thing that I had no idea what I was going to do about.
You know what? There's the base though you needed, because what if you didn't do that? You know, didn't do that, then all of a sudden you might have injuries or who knows what, and
Funny. Just like it's so ingrained in our family. We're like what? Track's just a thing you do, and so
that's what you got to do.
Got to do it.
Yeah, I guess it's track time.
No idea who I was going to do it for, what school I'd even be near.
Right.
We didn't live there, but like, oh, well, do track of some kind.
Right. Absolutely.
Hilarious.
Well, I think we need to talk about. Probably should talk about. We have a guest on next week.
Yeah, or let's not push it too. Let's not. Yeah, soon.
We have a guest coming up soon. So heard from one of our listeners. They have a something they really need to talk about. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're not saying the guest. We don't need to say
We
the
can
guest.
say our dad's coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dad's coming on the podcast sometime soon.
Yeah.
And he has some hot takes on some stuff he really needs to get off his chest.
He's been very reluctant over the years.
Yeah, we've been working on it.
We finally talked him into it. Maybe.
But mostly he told us he has something he has got to talk about. I said,
Yeah.
okay, there's no better place to talk about it than here. So
he can't tell us until he comes.
let's get this out.
Yeah. What else we got?
I think that's. I don't think I got anything else.
Okay.
I think we're sitting.
How do you feel before we wrap up though? Then how do you feel your speed training is going? Your effort to run faster. I mean, I know you haven't been speed training necessarily, but in your effort, your intention to just run faster, is that happening? Do you feel like?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I think that I'm building the base really well,
Okay.
so I like that. I've just been running further and not worried about like anything in particular. So just really consistent, running more days.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Not too worried about the distances necessarily, but making sure some days are long, some days are short, and I'm not really pushing any of them too terribly hard right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna build that huge foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And then also making sure that I have a really good foundation of just not getting hurt.
Yeah.
And I feel really strong for that
Good.
right now. Like I'm not my strongest at all. Actually, I'm pretty light, and
Yeah.
I haven't been lifting really at all.
Yeah.
But I've been doing like Pilates classes, doing bar classes, and all those things. So a lot of repetition, lightweight, which I think honestly makes all of my joints feel so good. I just feel really solid. So I think I've got this foundation where it's time to add the speed work here over the next couple weeks. And then I need to make the speed work become extremely consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Once or twice a week, really hard speed work, and that just becomes what I do.
Yeah.
Same as my morning runs are just what I do.
Yeah.
And it becomes that, and then we're just gonna not worry about what races happen. We're just gonna see how they happen.
Yeah.
But I'm not changing anything for races. We're just gonna stay on schedule for like a year.
Yeah.
And then after that, then like, okay, now what do I tweak?
Yeah.
And so that's the plan. And I think building this just huge foundation here instead of this start-stop stuff that I've always done is gonna be key.
Yeah.
And I think when I'm 50, I'm gonna be quick.
How old are you right now?
46.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, at 48, you might be really fast.
You know what? October might be really fast. But the point is like, no peaking, no peaking.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna.
Just keep going.
I'll probably be in October. I'll probably be a lot faster.
Yeah.
I expect that I'll probably PR my half marathon in October.
Yeah.
Without specifically half marathon training.
Yeah.
But I probably will, because I think this foundation is building really good, and I'm not feeling that fluctuation. I'm feeling so consistent, and I just keep building and building and building, and then we'll see from there. And then who knows? Maybe after 2 years, then like, okay, take this foundation. Now try to peak this thing and see what happens. You know. But I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
And it's been great to just not train for goals.
Mm-hmm.
It's just have consistency. Just have the what's the right words? There's a right phrase for this that I usually have around my head all the time. Yeah. But basically getting rid of goals. Like goals are not there because goals are ends. We don't want ends.
Right.
We're trying to have. This is just who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I mean it's like that, like the Olympic athlete depression.
Yeah,
like the Olympics are done, and whether you win or lost or whatever, it's like then what do I do with my life?
Yeah,
like just that huge fall off.
Yeah, I don't think goals are necessarily. It can be fine as like goals can be
stepping stones.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just to check in along my way,
Yeah.
but the journey is the whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so I'm not gonna, because then I don't want to accomplish something. To be now what?
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Right.
No, I want to be a faster runner.
Yeah.
Period. So that's the goal, which then is the rest of my life.
Yeah. Right.
So that's I like that. That's where I'm trying to always live my entire life that way as much as I can,
Yeah.
and try and get rid of, hit this point. No, none of that. We're just gonna keep going, and we're gonna check in along the way.
Well, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at too. It's just different
Mhm.
distances. Right.
Totally.
I don't care about the being fast longer, but like I want to maintain speed.
Yeah.
As long as possible.
Yeah.
Or improve on it.
And it's gonna be fun to see where we are. I mean, you're 40. I'm 46. I know I had this issue way worse than you, but it is so fun to be this age. I never thought that I would feel this good at this age.
Yeah.
And that I'd get to be able to do all the stuff that I still get to do.
Absolutely.
Like, I never thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, we'll just keep doing it. Yeah, I thought in my 40s, for sure I'll still skateboard in my 40s,
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I could screw around on one, do some kick turns or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, no, I can still do the same thing I could do when I was 20.
Yeah.
Like, there's no different
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
at all,
Dude, I did yesterday at the track. I did a little bit of vaulting, and then I did some sprints. I did 300 meters,
Mhm.
not 300 meters,
Right.
300 meter sprints, but just strides. So I wanted to do 13 seconds
Mhm.
in flats, and like basically fast without any breakdown of form, like
Mhm.
perfect control of every single step. And I'm like, I think I can sit around 13 seconds as the goal. And I
Yeah.
hit like clockwork 12:9, 12:8, 12:7.
Mhm.
And it's all self-timed, right?
Sure.
But I'm pretty consistent at very least with my self-timing,
Mhm.
right? Accurate aside, I'm like, at least I'm starting and stopping the same time
Mhm.
all the time. But like 13, 12 or high 12s with flats and nothing. It's like, yeah, maintaining really well.
Yeah.
For not having trained that much and just continuing to do it,
Mhm.
keeping it in the rotation of exercises I do.
Yeah.
And not that much fall off.
Yeah, I feel no restrictions except for when I do,
Yeah.
Except for someone's like, hey, try and reach your arm back there. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't do that,
So try to sit cross-legged on the floor. Nope. Can't do
No.
that.
But see, when I was 8, I couldn't either, so, whatever.